You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, days and gays. This is the Real Pineapple. This is your humble host Hunter here. Hope you're having a good one. I've got the review for Drugstore June, which is directed and co-written by Nicholas Goosen, is what I'm gonna go with. He went ahead and no way, he's the director on Grandma's Boy. I knew I recognized his fucking name. He also went ahead and directed Nikki Glazer's TV special, Netflix special, Bangin', which is actually really fucking good, by the way. If you haven't checked that out, big Nikki Glazer fan. Outside of the fact she's fine, she's actually really fucking funny. By the way, if you haven't watched the Tom Brady roast, her set alone is like, I'm happy she's having her moment, because I think she's actually been a really great stand-up for several years, and she's been really great on several of the Comedy Central roasts. So I'm really happy for Nikki Glazer. Plus, Welcome Home, Nikki Glazer, that reality TV show. I think it's streaming on Peacock still. I found myself really more endeared to her after watching that. So yeah, shout out to Nikki Glazer. But it's co-written by Nicholas Goosen, and then co-written by the star of the film, Esther Pravitsky, who you know from several good, really great things, actually, including Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, another show that has not gotten nearly enough credit. Please check out Crazy Ex-Girlfriend if you haven't, as well as Dollface. I think they pulled it off of Hulu, which, if that's the case, dumb. But check out Dollface, because that's another show I really wish it got more love. That's a show that should still be running, quite frankly. But this movie, it's weird. Let me just put it out there. This movie is fucking weird, but it's very much my sort of weird. It's very indie movie, like, quirky weird. So Esther goes ahead and she plays the titular character, June. And the thing about June is she's an uncomfortable person. Like, I've hung out with all sorts of weirdos throughout my life, and this is that girl that would this is that sort of girl that would ask me, like, tell me about the Black experience, and I would just kind of look at her like, what? Like, where do you want me to fucking start? Like, she's such an uncomfortable person. Like, she's uncomfortable to her parents, and her parents just seem, not even seem, they are so over her shit. She is just she's basically treated them like a human pencil. Like, she's just grinded them down to the point that they can't even be sharpened anymore. Like, they are just broken people because June sucks so bad. It's really quite fascinating to watch her parents. Her parents, played by, of course, the brilliant Beverly D'Angelo. I was so stoked to see her in this. Of course, you know her from the Vacation movies and American History X. And then Dexter's dad, James Remar. I'll be real, I would argue she might actually be worse than Dexter. At least Dexter is at least Dexter goes outside. But you, of course, know James Remar from, you know, Oppenheimer, Dexter, I know I'm forgetting other shit, Fast and Furious, 48 Hours. But yeah, her parents are just been kind of broken by June. She is a influencer, and I put quotes around that very heavily. But she's just a very uncomfortable person. And on top of that, they mentioned she's a stalker. Most of her life, if she's not on TikTok making, doing dances or trying to follow trends, she's stalking her ex-boyfriend, Davey, who's played by Haley Joel Osment, who I was so happy to see him in What We Do in the Shadows, because I've been catching up on that recently. I was very happy to see him in this. I was laughing very hard because he is being way too nice to her. He's actually engaged in this film to Miranda Cosgrove, who plays Kelly. You of course know Miranda Cosgrove from iCarly, School of Rock, and the Despicable Me films. And I gotta say, I'm really excited about this kind of new stage of Miranda Cosgrove's career. Hearing her say "fuck" in this movie is something I just was not expecting. But the thing about Miranda Cosgrove, and I will give the props here. She's a very natural comedian. She knows, like, she gets comedic timing very well. Um, and I think that I would love to see in like an only murders in the building type thing. Slash get her ass over to A24, get over to Neon. I think she could nail something like an Ingrid Goes West. Like, I have a lot of respect for Minute Cosgrove. I'm a fan of hers, but so much of June's life is just stalking them. It's so weird, and Davy's being way too nice to her for her stalking them. It's so fascinating because I don't think there's any part of Davy that wants to be with her still, but June can't accept the concept of someone not wanting her. Like, even if she doesn't want them, she needs everyone to want her because she's that fucking vapid and vain. And and the fact that Davy's like, nah, you're nuts, like, leave me the fuck alone, drives her nuts. Like, she can't handle the concept of someone moving on. And the and there's this one point, but she like gaslights everyone. She has this whole rant about how bad gluten is, but just woman, she's eating fucking cheeseburgers every day. Like, she has to be a victim. It's never her fault. There's this there's a she's doing a live stream on TikTok, and she's about to go into this doctor's office, and she goes, before the doctor, I like to get a hot dog because I'm half Jewish, half regular. And it's like, Jesus Christ. And she says stuff like that all the time. The thing is, June is the friend of a friend that you really like, who comes over and is waiting for the person that you like to show up, and you have to entertain them. I could not. I think I'd maybe get about. God, what would I give myself? I'm way less patient now than I was in my 20s. I'd maybe get 45 minutes in before I would just be like, I'm grabbing headphones, because she's that grating. There is this amazing, and I mean amazing, sequence in the film where June is talking to Dr. Wiseman, who's played by Bill Burr, and Dr. Wiseman is just over her. He's so over her shit. She's talking about how, like, oh yeah, like, you know, like, I know you want to fuck me, but I'm not gonna let you fuck me. And you can just see his brain going like, oh my God, stop. Like, can you visit any other doctor in this small fucking town? like, why do you have to keep coming here? But one thing I love about this movie is that you can just see how people have been worn down by her, and the ones who are just kind of defeated, and the ones that go, nah, fuck this bitch. I'm going to go ahead and fight back. Bill Burr gets one of the best burns in on her, which is not surprising. I don't know if it was written. I would say it's probably written, but Bill Burr, right after she talks about how bad he wants to fuck her, he goes, oh, you're on social media, is that how you catch a new boyfriend? And he uses the word specifically, catch, and it's like, oh, that's savage. And this movie, it's really interesting because it's not really about her being a better person. June just kind of sucks, and I like that. I don't need all my main characters to be redeemed. Sometimes people don't evolve. Sometimes people are just shit. And her whole purpose outside of stalking is her job gets robbed. A bunch of drugs get taken from this pharmacy that she works at. Her boss, Bill, played by Bobby Lee, fucking love Bobby Lee. So she goes ahead and basically starts going around town trying to figure out the mystery of what happened. And yeah, that's the story. That's it. And there's some fun twists and turns. There's a really funny bit with robbery at a dispensary. That was really fucking funny. I really liked that. But yeah, it really is just kind of a like whodunit type mystery. I did laugh really hard just because I didn't expect to see him in it. But Nick Nemeth, who's formerly known as Dolph Ziggler in WWE, he's he's using his real name in TNA, where he's wrestling now. He has a cameo as a delivery man, and even he gets to burn her. June is like, yeah, I can sign for this, but I don't need you to fall in love with me. And without missing a beat, he's like, yeah, trust me, I won't. Like, look at how I look. Trust me, I'm good. And he just leaves, barely. Like, he gets that signature so quick. There might as well have been a cloud of dust around him. As quickly as he ran away. But I like that. I like that June, at the end of this movie, isn't really redeemed. Like, she kind of evolves, but it's like the most base level of evolution, and I kind of like that. I like the fact that June is probably gonna still be shitty and not really grow. Not everyone needs to grow, honestly. Sometimes people just suck. So I like that. There is a cameo here from Bad Barbie, which I was not expecting at all. But she's funny in this. Like credit where it's due. She was actually funny in this. Again, did not have that on my bingo card, but again, I will always give credit where it's due. I thought she was actually really funny in this. At the end of the day, yeah, I mean, this is actually pretty fun. I thought this was a nice, fun little indie flick. I'd go B- on this. I thought this was fun. Like, if this was on sale for like $6, like randomly on like Black Friday or something like that, I'd definitely buy it. But it'd be one of those things that I kind of revisit every so often if I just need some background noise. But there are some really good laughs here. There are some really great gags. I think the way the mystery wraps up is actually pretty fun, without getting into the spoilers. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I thought this was fun. So yeah, B- for Drugstore June. But yeah, Drugstore June. Have y'all seen it? What'd you think? Let me know in the comments. You can go ahead and follow the show on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and ring the bell so you'll know when new videos and when live streams are happening. You can find me on YouTube at The Real Pineapple. That's REEL Pineapple. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheRealPineapple. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and rate the podcast 5 stars. That definitely helps me out. You can find the podcast pretty much wherever you listen to them. SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, TuneUp, and Samsung Podcasts, to name a few, at The Real Pineapple. And you can follow me on Blue Sky at realpineapple.bsky.social. That again is REEL Pineapple. And you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and the Twitter at jhunterrealpineapple. That's jhunter and then REEL and then pineapple. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Got more reviews and stuff coming down the pipeline for y'all, but stay safe out there. Take care of each other. Make sure you give someone a hug. Make sure you give someone a compliment today. We could all use some more positivity. And never forget, as always, to keep it real.